Good morning, JFK friends. My name is Mrs. Bennett. You've probably seen me at our school, and I probably have seen many of you. This week, I am reading a book that has to do with the unit that we're working on about eggs and animals that hatch from eggs. And you've probably already read or listened to some of the stories that we had posted. And so you can think about, as we read this book, Whose Egg? And it's illustrated by Guy Troughton. And you can be thinking about what are those different animals that can hatch from an egg. It's not just chickens or birds. That's what we've kind of been learning, which is really pretty cool. In this book, you're going to see lots of question marks because they keep asking the same question. You probably see a lot of word wall words too. And on each page, you're also going to see some clues that will help you to figure out whose egg is it, right? And you're going to see the habitat that the animal lives in. You're going to see lots of different colored eggs, shaped eggs. The size of the egg is going to be different, so that's something that you've probably been learning about too, right? Not all eggs are the same size. There's some really beautiful colored eggs in different sizes. So let's read Whose Egg Is It? We have our title page here. You can see some pretty eggs. Another kind of cool thing that we've been learning about is that a lot of eggs have camouflage, right? They're able to hide in their surroundings so that some other animal doesn't come along and eat them. So I'm going to make sure that you can see the whole picture. So there's the whole picture. Look all around for clues. And it says, "My egg is emerald green. It lies like a jewel in this dry red land. I will hatch with wings and feathers, but I will never fly." So look at the question. It says, "Who am I?" Question mark. And over here it says, "Whose egg?" Question mark. So I want you to take a good guess. And it says, "I am an emu. I will grow tall. One day I will run swiftly over the red desert sands." Let me see if I can get this whole picture in because it's kind of a big picture. I wonder if you were able to guess emu. That was a tricky one. Okay. I want you to look at the picture and then I'll read it. And definitely some clues here. I see some things over here. The habitat, that might help you figure out who it is. It says, "My egg is tough and leathery. I call to my mother from a warm, earthy nest. I will hatch with yellow stripes and needle-sharp teeth. I have scaly claws and snapping jaws. Who am I?" Whose egg? I'll give you a minute to guess, and I bet many of you have already guessed that I am an alligator. I will grow big and strong. I will swim in swampy waters. I will lie low and lazy in hot sun. Lots of word wall words too. Am and an. And I bet some of you might have thought a crocodile, but that one was an alligator. Very similar though, right? Good guess. I bet a lot of you guessed that. Oh, this one, I have a feeling everybody knows what that one's going to be. Look at the habitat. I see rocks and I see some ice and something over here. I think most of us were studying these too. It says, my egg lies high and dry on a nest of silver stones. I will hatch with fuzzy feathers. One day I'll wear a suit. Who am I? Whose egg? I bet you've already guessed. I am a penguin. I will waddle, hop, and belly flop across the ice and snow. I will jump into the water with a splish, splosh, splash. I bet everybody knew that one, right? Okay. Here's another one that I think if you can remember that you will know exactly what this one is. Look all around, and I'm going to give you a little clue. This picture is really very tiny in real life, but we studied these creatures back in September. My egg is creamy white. It sticks to wide green leaves. I will wiggle and crawl when I hatch, but one day I will fly in the sky. Who am I? Whose egg? Did you guess that it was a butterfly? And actually a monarch butterfly, which is the one we did. I am a butterfly. I wave my bright wings in the sun to dry. I will flop and fly and flutter by. I bet most of you guessed that one too. All right, now this one I think is really going to trick most of you. You may not have even heard of this, right? So look all around. I see water here, but look over here. I see claws and I see like kind of fur. Do you think it's a bird? I don't think so. It says, my egg lies warm and dry in a riverbank burrow. I hatch from an egg, but I have a fur coat, and I drink my mother's milk. Who am I? Whose egg? If you guess this one, I think you have read a lot of different books or seen some great TV shows, right? And I bet some friends were able to guess, I am a platypus. Whoa. I breathe air through my duck-billed snout. I use my webbed feet to dip and dive in the water. So a platypus is actually a mammal. That is pretty cool. And I think it's maybe the only mammal who hatches from an egg. Okay, if you look really carefully on this page, I think you'll see some clues. The habitat, it looks like it's kind of grassy, tall grass over here, and I see something here. So I bet you can guess what is in this egg. My egg lies on a mossy mound. I will hatch hungry. I will slither and slide to hunt for food. Who am I? Whose egg? Did you guess a snake? You were right. I am a snake. My scales are all different kinds of colors. I may strike or squeeze and swallow. Hiss. I bet many friends were able to guess that that was a snake. Here is another one. And maybe if you look at all of the clues again, you'll be able to guess what it is. I see sand and some shells and something over here that looks like a flipper. My egg is buried in warm golden sand. I will hatch with scaly flippers and a smooth shell. I will scuttle and scoot toward the shining sea. Who am I? Whose egg? It begins with the letter T. Did you guess? Turtle. I am a turtle. I will swim for far across the wide, wavy ocean. I will sunbathe on the sandy shores. Turtles hatch from eggs. We have another, looks almost like a beach as well. I see lots of shells and stones. Those were the eggs from that cover page. It says, my egg is a speckled globe. It lives like a treasure among scattered shells. I will hatch with fluffy feathers and a peeping, piping call. Who am I? Whose egg? Maybe a tricky one, but if you guessed plover, we have these at our beaches, and they're actually trying to They're kind of endangered, so you will see areas at beaches that are kind of have little fences to keep people away. I am a plover. I will run in stops and starts on my long yellow legs. One day I will lay my own polka dotted eggs. He's really cute. A plover. P-L. And that is the end of the book. And that's the last page. So I hope you enjoyed Whose Egg? And there'll be other stories this week all about things that hatch from eggs. Bye, everybody at JFK.